one day, you'll be able to see. What's the one thing that you want to look at?
Wow. Would love to see the beauty of nature with my eye. Would love to see the beach. Would love to see birds. I love the sound of birds. A lot of things that sighted people are doing, I'm able to do it. I learn how to fetch myself water, either from the well, from the tap. I can wash my own bowls. I can remember going to a bank and then, they were like, okay, are you here for charity? When I went there to do transactions.
Today, I have a truly inspiring story to share with you all. I'm here in Abuko to meet this gentleman. This is Babukar Sane. Babukar is both a student and a teacher, and in the future, he wants to be a career diplomat. But here's the thing, Babukar is visually impaired. Despite his visual impairment, Babukar is unstoppable. He does everything for himself. He goes to the shop to buy what he needs, he heads to school to inspire and educate, he uses social media apps like WhatsApp and Twitter, and he even uses the computer as well. But you may be wondering, how is Babukar able to do all of this as a blind man?
Disability is just one challenge that one has. So from an early age, I was trained on orientation and mobility. I am somebody who is very curious when it comes to technology. So I was trained on how to use the computer. So I was trained how to use the keyboard of a computer by Aliou Jaite. Aliou Jaite is also a visually impaired, a blind person.
Like when we were coming, once you reached your house, you told me like, this is my house. How do you know that this? Like, do you count the steps or how do you know? How do you do these things?
Well, yes, this is a frequent question that many people will ask. So normally it is not counting steps. As visually impaired, sometimes we pay attention to certain landmarks. We call them landmarks. There are certain things that you would have to pay attention to while walking. It could be anything. Sometimes it could be stones, usual stones that, perhaps maybe you're used to having around a certain surrounding. It could be something that is a little bit hilly, it could be sound, it could be a lot of things. But then these are things that you have to pay attention to while walking, and it really helps as a visual impaired when walking. Being blind, I've never used it as an obstacle, but accept it and then use that as a challenge to learn more and to go beyond the limits.
So this is your source of water?
Yeah.
So this is the water that you use for
taking bath.
Oh, okay.
I am used to this, so this is faster for me than going to the tap. The tap is in the next. Here is just one compound, so there is a fence in between.
Oh, okay.
So you have the tap at the other end.
Okay.
But
what was life like growing up as a visually impaired person?
It was challenging. Persons with disabilities are in the minority in any country or so on. So growing in a locality where perhaps you are the only visually impaired or persons with disability, it becomes strange to many people, and then you have to navigate around trying to fit into the society. I started with the blind school, that is Govi. So there I can say the competition was within us, visual impaired only, so the surrounding is basically people in the same condition with you. But later when I was integrated to the mainstream school, first, in fact, it's about the teachers, accepting to receive me in the school. It was quite strange for them, because most of them, that was the first time having a visually impaired student. I grew up, I have friends, and then, we had a normal childhood. Despite being a visually impaired, I did run arounds, I went to Dara with my colleagues. I had all sort of, childhood memories like any other person.
So you did not feel like left out or something?
Yeah, at some point, yes. Despite, it has to take time, because, as a visual impaired, you have to challenge yourself, you have to force yourself to be included in some of those activities.
Are you the first child?
Yes, I am the firstborn of my mom. Yes.
As the first child, there's always, those responsibilities, and, you have to do this, you have to do that.
Exactly. I can say that really, made me rush into the college immediately after my grade 12, knowing that, immediately when I finish my college, there is a direct employment for me at the teaching field. I have to go into the college prior to, even my dream field of study, that is diplomacy in international relations. I have to rush into the college, did my diploma, and then now that I am employed at the college, there are some responsibilities on my head, definitely.
Why don't you just say, you know what, I'll just sit back and just do like others are doing? What keeps you going?
Okay. So I had people who really believe in me. To those people, there is nothing impossible on my side. Whatever crazy thing that I think of, and then I am like, this is what I am thinking of. For them, no matter how big it is, no matter how scary it is, they are like, you can do it. Those are the things that really keep me going. I used to feel that, as persons with disability, we have a lot to prove. The society sometimes, does not give us the opportunity, but being strong-headed like me here, very stubborn, we have to take the challenge, we have to push. As I said, from my grade, when I was integrated to the mainstream school, the first thing was, how would I be accepted in the school? And yes, to tell you, with all those challenges, from my grade 5 to grade 6 that I was in that school, in the mainstream school, I always come out second position. During our NAT exam, I was able to top the entire school, that year, and that really, give hope to those teachers that, then visual impaireds, are able to do something. And up to date, any visual impaired that goes to that school has been respected, because of the little that I did there, and I went back there to teach. So, this is because, I've proved to them since when I was a student that, visual impaired can do like any other person.
We're going to the shop. Bye, neighbor.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, okay. Going back home.
So you live here to go to MDI?
Yes, so I live here to MDI, live here to go and teach, come back, live here for my social activities and come back.
So you walk from here to all the way to the main highway?
To the main highway, yes.
Wow, man.
So, at the end of the day, who is there to be doing it for you? I mean, who have all that luxurious time to be going with you,
everywhere that
you want to go to? And people like me who is very much outgoing, I definitely cannot have that, and I have to train myself to be able to go out on my own, do a lot of stuff on my own.
There's no tripod in front of you. What are your future plans?
So I had huge interest in terms of negotiations, in terms of peaceful coexistence, in terms of conflict resolutions. I truly, want to study diplomacy and international relations, to work as a peaceful conflict resolutor, as a peace initiator, and somebody who would help countries develop on their peace plans and so on.
Recently, I saw also you went to Ghana. How was your trip?
So Ghana was great. I went for the Young African Leaders Initiative, that is yearly, launched by Barack Obama, meant to build, young leaders of Africa, to prepare them for leadership roles, to be in charge of their communities.
What do you do on social media? Who do you follow?
Twitter, I follow more of current affairs. I follow influential people on Twitter. People like, Fadi is one of them. Soul Fraser is somebody also that I follow. As well, you, Gano, when I met you and then I knew about you, I quickly look into your profile and then follow you. I also follow young people also who are doing really well. The Omar Champion Champs, the Fatou Juka Dabos, the Kemo Bojangs. These are incredible people, that, when looking to them, you are always, motivated to do more. So these are the people that I follow. follow most.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're basically using the platform to learn and to,
Exactly.
Introducing Sunu Creative Solutions. We are a web design and development agency that specializes in creating various types of websites for businesses, organizations, and e-commerce platforms. Whether you're looking to sell products or services online, we can assist you in building your dream platform. You want to boost your website's visibility and ranking in search results? We offer search engine optimization services to help you with that. Here are some of the websites that we have built for our clients. But don't just take our words for it though. Here's what some of our clients have said about our services. If you'd like to know more about us, visit our website at www.sunucreativesolutions.com.
Is this your room or?
Yes, that's my room.
Your laptop? Okay. Where's the phone?
Yes.
You have the phone, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me, how do you use the phone?
Okay. Okay, so the phone is here.
Protected blank.
Oh, you have a password?
Welcome.
Wow, that was quick there. Yeah, that was quick. You're so good with the keyboard.
Yeah. As you can hear the phone talking, whatever you touch, it reads it out. It voices it out.
How do you access Twitter now?
Okay, so so first you have to search on the apps you have to locate it.
Twitter.
Okay, so this is BBC Sound, Facebook, Twitter. This is Twitter, so I have to get it.
Oh, wow. Now go to my profile, Gano.
Gano, okay, I have to search that.
Search and explore tab. Search Twitter. Search Twitter. Search Twitter.
Yep, that's it. Wait, you found it?
Yeah. I'm able to find it now.
You found the profile,
Here it
wow.
is.
But this is really impressive. Huh? Now let's see how your WhatsApp, how do you communicate?
WhatsApp, okay. So this is WhatsApp. And you have chats here. You have a lot of chats here.
Yeah, you have lots of chats.
A lot of chats, exactly. So with me being used to the computer, I am used to also the arrangements also of the phone. So I can just use my
the QWERTY keyboard.
Yeah, so I can easily locate, though with sometimes with mistakes, but then minor ones. I can have some minor mistakes along.
Let's see how you do the computer now.
Okay. The computer also have a screen reader. For the computer, it is called NVDA. Whatever you touch, it can read it out. Whatever text that you go to. So it is from here that I do my exams. It is from here that I read my lecture notes and so on. This is African Studies. This is one of the courses that I'm doing this year. Okay. So I can easily click on any of them to read.
How do you read it?
Yeah, this is one of them. Okay. Good. So this is one of the lecture notes. Okay, so you see it is reading.
Oh, so it is reading it out now.
Yes. So you just press the down arrow key, and then it will be reading from line to line.
So this is how you learn.
Yes, this is how I learn. Though now there are new devices, like there is a device called a braille displayer. The braille displayer is more of a USB sort of. So, it is not quite common around here. Yeah, but it's an expensive tool. Yes.
If you can wish for anything in the world, what would you wish for? If you say this, let this happen, it will happen.
Wow, quite challenging. However,
okay, now let's say 3 things now.
Okay.
Let's make it 3.
So first, with regard to the world, I want to see a world that accepts diversity. For myself, I really want to be a career diplomat who would negotiate for Gambia's interests. The third thing is one day to be able to tell my story, let it not serve as something that people will see as a pity, but an inspiration to people. So that is one thing that I really wish for.
Yeah, but you did not wish for maybe, let's say, have your side.
That is something that I normally feel, I accept, me being a blind, but also using that as a challenge to get out of my comfort zone. Perhaps maybe, hadn't been I was seen, probably I would not have been wherever I am. I can tell you, among my family members from both the mother and the father's side, I am the only one who has completed tertiary institution so far. And, not quite something to to boast of, but then I think that is a great accomplishment.
I asked him what he would want to see if he had the ability to see for a day, and his response truly touched me.
I would love to see the beauty of nature with my eye. The beach is something that I love so much. So would love to see the beach, would love to see birds. I love the sound of birds. Love to see the different colors of the birds, different species of the birds. Look at the beach, look at the nature in general, and then look at innovations that are going around the world. Yes.
Bro, this part really touched me, man. Because I'm sitting here thinking, man, I'm seeing all these things, man. I feel like, that is just Allah, the way He does things. But do you, how much do you know of the Quran?
I was going to that at some point. I left, but I know a little.
Which surah? I hope you are not in Wal Asr or something.
I've gone far than that, but now, hence I missed that. I've forgotten a lot, but yet still I am able to recite some.
Which surah is your favorite?
Suratul Surah. Exactly. Oh. I really love that surah. And then Suratul Maryam too, I really love it.
Again, I asked him if he could change his sight with one of his other senses, which one would it be? And this is his response.
Wow. I think, I rather remain like this.
Wow.
Because, I believe despite the visual impairment, I am being able to do a lot more, than if I had lost another sense, So I feel that, my sense of feeling, my sense of taste, my sense of hearing, and so on, I am very much grateful for those things. And, with those things, I am able to do a lot. Yes, sure.
Before we get to Babucar's powerful final message to the world, I would greatly appreciate your support. If you found value in this video, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, as it will increase its visibility to a wider audience.
Persons with disability, like any other person, want to enjoy life, want to be at places like any other person. In most cases, when I go out with friends, at some point they will be telling me, when we go out, people are usually looking at us, most especially you. Sometimes people would feel that, it is strange, for a person with disability to be around, to be at those places. I can remember going to a bank and then, they were like, okay, are you here for charity? When I went there to do transactions, don't think that, this is something that, this person cannot do. It is just one of the senses that is not fully, active or functional, but then the rest are quite functional and they are quite active. And therefore, with just some little trainings, with little guidance, with just some little patience, they can also navigate life like any other person. So to tell the world that, feel free to engage persons with disability. Whenever you feel that you want to ask certain questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people look at you guys like with pity or something.
Exactly.
And I know that is not a very good feeling.
Yes, sure, definitely. Because the moment that you pity the person, you are no more able to allow the person to do any other thing.